Can you imagine being one of the first black students to integrate an all-white school? Talk about courage. And then there was Julia. On Tuesday nights, my entire family would huddle around our small black and white TV, eagerly watching Julia, Diana Carroll's portrayal of a competent, beautiful black nurse, was like a beacon of hope in those turbulent times. Her character, Julia Baker, seemed untouched by the racial tensions that plagued our reality. For us, it wasn't just a show, it was a glimpse of what could be. Imagine turning on your TV in 1968 and seeing a black woman who wasn't playing a maid or a nanny, but a professional nurse. That was Julia, a widowed, single mother, smart, independent, stylish, and beautiful. The following morning, it's a Wednesday, in my homeroom, I was in my usual spot, second to the last seat in the furthest row to the right. Sister Christopher, our homeroom nun, was unusually chatty. Oh, I just love that show, Julia. And that little boy, Corey, he is just the cutest. She chirped. My ears perked up at the mention of my favorite show. For a brief moment, I felt a connection to this nun in her stark black habit. But then, she stopped mid-sentence, her face scrunching up in confusion. She proclaimed, or asked, or whatever she called herself doing, "Are there any colored girls in the room?" She asked, her eyes scanning the classroom. Now, the silence that followed was suffocating. Suddenly, every 14-year-old face in that Western suburban classroom turned to look at me. Their expressions screamed, "Sister Christopher, she's right there. Don't you see her?" I felt the heat rise in my body, a temporary fever of embarrassment and disbelief. Thoughts raced through my head. Is this a trick? What did she call me? Is she crazy? Somebody tell these white girls to stop staring at me. It felt like an eternity before I finally found my voice, summoning courage I didn't even know I had. I shouted, "We are not called colored anymore. We are called black people now." Like a well-drilled team, all the girls turned back to look at Sister Christopher, awaiting her reaction to my impromptu declaration of black pride. To my disappointment, or maybe even relief, she merely waved her hand dismissively and said, "Oh, I just can't keep up with these changes these days." Sighed. "I just know we don't say Negro anymore." But let's move on and open our English books to page. And just like that, the moment had passed. But something had changed within me. I had spoken up, made myself heard. As I opened my textbook, I realized that like Julia Baker, I too could navigate this changing world with dignity. It wouldn't be easy, but I was ready for the challenge, and that was just the beginning of my story.